What's up, Power Player Nation? It's Gnosis the God here, and today we're going to be talking about Game Update 47. But before we get into that, guys, I'd like to give a shout out to Fist of North Star 033. In the gameplay you're seeing, I was sparring him, he invited me, and I'm sure he's a subscriber and stuff, so shout out to him. Anyways, guys, let's get into the Game Update 47. Now, there's a lot of stuff, guys, so I'm going to kind of cover over the basics and look over it. It's currently on PC test, but some of the highlights include Earth. Now, Earth is being buffed a little bit, which is nice for all you Earth users out there. So the crystal is going to be kind of buffed. It does more damage. Brick is going to be kind of changed, so it does a little bit. It absorbs more damage, and the power, the super envelope, envelope, lol. The envelope is going to be revamped so that it now cannot be destroyed extremely early. So that's a super for Earth powers, where you kind of go in that big rock ball. So you it won't get destroyed early. But I know that some Earth users do want it to keep aggro on you. Currently, it kind of takes aggro off you, which I guess is good for lower players, but for higher tiers, you want to keep the aggro on you as a tank. So I guess that's kind of interesting. Little changes for you munitions and sorcery, guys. Munitions, the pump action shotgun will no longer split damage environment objects. And sorcery will be the Fury. Some of the stuff with the Fury is going to be revamped and fixed a little bit, patched, you could say. There's a new universal currency, guys, which is interesting. They kind of changed the currency on this game a lot, which is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I guess you don't want too many different kinds of currencies, so all the Marks of Triumph are going to, cannot speak today. Marks of Triumph, Marks of Fury have been replaced with a new universal currency, the Mark of Victory. And the currency conversion has taken place automatically. There's no action necessary on your part, so it's going to be the Marks of Triumph and Fury will automatically turn into Marks of Victory. Marks of Fury have been automatically converted to Marks of Victory at a 1-to-1 ratio, and Marks of Triumph have been automatically converted to Marks of Victory at a ratio based on your combat rating. CR 0 to 42 will have a 1-to-1, CR 43 to 52 will have a 5-to-1, 53 to 69 will have a 25-to-1, 70 to 83 will have a 125-to-1, 84 to 99 will have a 625-to-1, and CR 100 plus will have a 1,565-to-1 ratio. So that's kind of fair, guys. Interesting that they're changing it up. That's pretty cool. There's a bunch of stuff happening to the mainframe, little things like about the orbital strike, supply drops, tactical mods, all that little jazz. But not really gonna talk about that. I'm gonna leave a link in the description if you guys want to read through all this garbage. Well, not garbage, but it's a lot of information. Utility belts are gonna be revamped. The reward system, this is big. So now when you go up against a raid or an alert or duo or whatever, after you defeat the boss, or each boss, I guess, if you're in an alert or a raid, you'll get to choose what loot you get. So a new little UI will pop up, and you click on that, kind of where when you're queuing up for an instance, when the instance is ready. The on duty tab, I think. I don't know. But that little like vault thing that shows up, you click on that, and you can choose which loot you get, which is a really nice feature. God, I can't speak, I'm sorry. It's a very nice feature, guys. It is going to make things a lot easier on us. They're also revamping it so that they're going to have an algorithm where if you aren't getting a rare loot drop, each time that you run that alert, duo, raid, whatever it is, you'll have increased your chance of getting one, so until it virtually becomes impossible to not get that rare drop you're looking for. So that's a nice perk, guys. Both of those are cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing those in Game Update 47. There's stat flattening, a bunch of weird stuff on stats, which is really, really in-depth, so I'm not going to talk about that. The Legend's health and damage caused by trade powers has been increased to 50%, offsetting the increase in weapon combo damage. Interesting. And they're also changing up a bunch of the blocking and combat animations just in general, so they work a little bit better, because sometimes they don't work, and that's always a little bit frustrating when that does in fact occur. Mods and combat rating. Armor mods no longer contribute to combat rating. Oh god, that's not good actually. Combat rating is now equal to 150% of your gear's weighted item level. Because you always wanted to know, here's how each slot is now weighted and contributes to your combat rating. The combined total below is 115%. So, a lot of numbers here, guys. Back, 8%. Chest, 12%. Face, 6%. Feet, 7%. Hands, 7%. Helmet, 11%. Legs, 12%. Neck, 6%. Ring number 2, 6%. Shoulders, 9%. Ring number 1, 6%. Trinket, 6%. Waist, 7%. And weapon, 12%. The weaponization rating now scales with your maximum combat rating and now increases your effectiveness as you do. Super strength now increases your weaponization rank or rating by 10%. So that's cool because super strength was really not something you saw a lot of people using, and I'm glad that they are implementing that. Low-level NPC combat and difficulty pass. NPC combat has been improved in many lower-level instances. A balance pass was conducted to correct cases of abilities or content that were unintentionally more lethal than necessary. Many more NPC... I just burped when I was talking that. Many more NPCs attacks have been given proper names rather than having generic names like primary attack. The following are highlights, not an extensive list of changes. There's a huge list on this, guys. I'm not gonna read it all because there's literally 20 things on there. Combat changes, we already talked about that, but responsiveness I think is very, very good that they have that in there now, because that was a big issue, and you see a lot of times you're kind of just like, what the heck, I totally block broke that guy or whatever, and you just get wrecked. It's kind of annoying. So glad they fixed that. Stuff for the shield is being fixed. The overhead plate smash now is now properly vulnerable to block, which is good. Players on your ignore list will no longer be grouped with you when matchmaking through the on-duty menu. Okay, so that's also good. Lee call under C, removing a glowing section. Screw that. Alright, and that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, there's a ton of stuff. These sparring targets are getting more health. Trophies for PSN. UI for PS3 players for the marketplace. And the spring event is kind of kicking in. So that's kind of it, guys. I know it was a long video, might have been a little bit boring for anyone not too interested in it, but there are some cool things in here, guys. So I would say the highlights are the Earth, the new currency, the loot, and the loot drops. Those are the big ones for me. Let me know what you guys think of this game update, which is 47. It is currently on PC test. Again, I will leave a link in the description to this massive list of stuff that's coming. Follow me on Twitter in the description box below. I have a link to that. It is @NosisTheGod, and I post all the time about DCUO. Subscribe to my channel if you have not yet done so, because I do a lot of DCUO. And check out my website, The Power Player Nation. I'm trying to update that more, get you guys involved more on that website. So thank you guys for anyone who stuck around till the end and watched this whole video. You are a superstar. Shout out to you. Again, shout out to Fist of North Star 033. That was an awesome match, guys. There's a little bit more gameplay, so I'm going to leave you with that. I wish you all to have a very good day. That'll do it for me. Thank you guys again very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have dreams.